down! Get down!
On a hilltop just outside Idlib city, day 3 of the battle for the central prison, and hundreds of prisoners are still trapped inside. Fighters from the group Ahrar al-Sham had coordinated their initial assault with 2 other brigades. After breaking through the perimeter, the leader shouts for those picked to storm the buildings to head for the stairs. The rest should provide covering fire. "We didn't come to sit down," he shouts. The government forces are quick to respond. The bombers from a MiG fighter jet falling inside the compound. It causes panic in the cells. As the rebels gain control of each sector, the prisoners are freed, but then they have to run the gauntlet of gunfire and air attacks. Inside, the rebels find bodies of prisoners and a man trapped under a bed, crying for help. Over 300 have been freed so far, but more than 350 are still inside the building, and shelling and artillery fire have forced the rebels to retreat.
This prison is of huge strategic importance because it's still the last government checkpoint before going into Idlib city, and Idlib city is still held by the government. But the rebels are hoping if they can take this position, it can help them surround Idlib city and eventually move in.
The commander of one group told us of another reason the regime is fighting so hard to take back the prison.
Inside this prison there are political prisoners, and Assad thinks those prisoners could really affect the government. They know what the regime is really about, and they know its injustices. If those political prisoners were freed, they would bring immense pressure on the regime.
The freed prisoners said they didn't expect to survive.
We thought they were going to kill us. They threw grenades at us. When the rebels took to the rooftops and the guards were under fire in the courtyard, we broke down the doors, so the guards threw grenades at us. And one man was killed, murdered.
It was really bad inside the prison, really bad. If someone just said that someone was against the regime, they would torture him and then put him in isolation. They stopped giving us food, water, medicine. All I can say, it was the worst treatment.
They're out of prison, but they're not free. The rebels will now take them to be tried in a court under Islamic law, where the judge will decide if they still have sentences to serve or if they were unjustly imprisoned in the first place. Sue Turton, Al Jazeera, west of Idlib city.